Think about this. That taught me that, yeah, you got to be consistent, but you also have to beat the best as well. Welcome to Until Next Time. I'm your host, Guy Leroy. On these episodes, we're going to learn how to get the bag, how to fall in love correctly, and talk entrepreneurship the right way, not the wrong way, but the way that we were supposed to. And hopefully on this journey, you'll learn something. So in the meantime, in between time, let's rock out. All right, so on this topic, what I wanted to actually discuss with you guys is the topic of consistency. I'm gonna give you guys my life lessons that I learned about consistency and what it has taught me along this path of real estate investing that hopefully can help somebody that's watching this. Don't know who's gonna watch this, but hopefully this message actually resonates to you. In this life of real estate that I'm in, I knew in the beginning that nothing will happen unless I actually do something about it, right? In the beginning, I actually started selling properties. I got with a investor friend of mine. They taught me how to do some real estate. And I could have been the kind of person that actually, takes whatever lessons they taught me and applied it once, right? But I actually had to keep on over and over, like working on everything that they taught me. So I want you guys to understand something. Consistency is my comparison to a bicycle. You know how when you actually rode a bike and at first you had training wheels and you didn't really know what to do, but after a while, you're just on your own little path and you're just doing turns and twists and everything. That's specifically how consistency can work, because in real estate, it worked the same way for me. In the beginning, I had a mentor that was teaching me, right? That was my training wheels, right? And then once I got comfortable with the training wheels, I said, yo, you know what? I'm gonna take these training wheels off. And next thing you know, I started doing this real estate myself and started excelling to a path that I could not even imagine. And that's where I want to take this concept and explain to you guys that you have to be consistent in this game that we're in. I know everyone that's watching this probably is in the game of real estate investing. And if you're not, look, it's cool. There's other stuff that you can do also, but you have to stay consistent in it. No matter what the situation is, you have to stay consistent. Let's say, for instance, if you're in a relationship, the girl or the man expects you to actually be consistent in that relationship in order for it to work. It's the same concept as, whatever you're doing in life, you just have to be consistent. So let's say, for instance, I wasn't consistent, right? What would happen? I think if I was not consistent, I would fail at every task that I even looked at, because I would have probably just gave up on it, to be honest with you. And my sheer drive to be somebody had me propelled to a point where I had to be consistent no matter what. And that's really what separates, everyone else from everyone. And that's the God honest truth. There's no shake and bake to this. I know whoever's listening is probably thinking like, yeah, well, you're this real estate guy that does whatever. But the reality is you guys can do it too. That's the reality of it. There's nothing special about what I'm doing. It's just the fact that I'm consistent with it. And I actually stick to the one thing that I'm great at, because in the beginning I wasn't great at it, but I became great at it because I studied the craft that I was in and I stayed at it and I stayed persistent and consistent at this field that I'm in. So whatever you're doing in life, guys, just make sure that you are consistent in it. Even with this YouTube, Instagram, Facebook stuff that you guys are seeing, the name of the game is consistency. It's the same thing. Like, I wouldn't grow my followers if I wasn't consistent. In the beginning, I'll be honest with you guys, I threw topics out there, threw stuff out there, and it was just me testing the waters, but it was not consistent. It was just more so a sporadic thing, like, oh, let me do this time. And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna take this seriously. I'm gonna build a team around it. And I actually, clearly, you guys see me every day now. Name of the game, again, is consistency. What happens if you're not consistent? If you're not consistent, you're going to fail no matter what. That's the crazy part. Like, you ever see a dream die? You're literally going to choose to let your dream die no matter what. Like, you're just not consistent. So you just gave up on your dream and you gave up on yourself more than anything. It's not that you gave up on the dream, because anybody can be, consistent and then stop. You literally are giving up on yourself if you're not consistent. And that's the thing. And I understand that it's hard for people to be consistent and whatnot, but you guys have to get out there and actually push and do something with that time that you have that's available. Because again, our time is not like an unlimited resource that God just said, yeah, you're going to live for a million billion years. That's not the case. One day your time is going to run out. So while you're here, just make sure you're consistent at what you're doing and you have some true intentions behind it. My intentions are to bring value to everyone that's watching this. My intentions is to captivate you guys and actually help you guys. That's the goal here. It's nothing more. It's just mainly to serve you guys, right? So I'm consistent at that because I like seeing people rise from where they were. And the thing about consistency also, I just want to make sure you guys understand, you have to get around people that drive and push you forward as well. That's what it is. Like within real estate, I did the same exact thing. The people that I was around, I was around them because I was in that field and I was consistent. I remember that there was this guy that brought me into real estate, right? And he knew I was consistent, but he was testing me also. So I would literally be at the office at 6 o'clock in the morning. My man was at the office at 5 o'clock in the morning. Think about this. That taught me that, yeah, you got to be consistent, but you also have to beat the best as well. So that taught me, like I said, all right, you know what? So he's here at 5 in the morning. I'm going to get here at like 4:45, 6 o'clock, so on and so forth. Whatever time he was there, I would make sure I was there a little bit before the show. I'm like, yo, like I'm on that level too. I'm going to beat you and I'm going to be consistent at beating you. And to be honest with you, I think I beat him like 5 times. And I'm not going to act like, I was consistent at that and beating him every day. No, but he knew that I was his competition. And to be honest with you, in life right now and everything that we're doing, I'm his competition right now. That's the crazy part, because I taught and formed into this person that became successful and consistent in real estate. And now we're friendly, we're competing and everything like that. And it's a mutual respect because we both understand that we're both consistent and we're both on a certain path. Same things with you guys, man. Like you have to get in the correct circles around the same people that have the same mindset as you. You have to consistently just work on yourself every day. And it's not easy. I'm telling you guys, I know you guys are probably listening to all these gurus online and they make it seem like it's easy to get up like early in the morning or it's easy to work out every day, so on and so forth. And I get it. It's not as easy, but just take one step forward every day. Like if you don't want to work out like at 4 o'clock in the morning, cool. Work out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If you don't want to work out at 11 o'clock in the morning, work out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Like it's little things like that you can adjust to actually make you consistent. I just don't want you guys to like let your dreams die. You understand? Even me right now, like my next consistent thing, I'm actually going to start going to the gym more. I notice about myself that, I don't like going to the gym super early. That's just one of those things. And I've tried numerous, workout plans. I've tried numerous gyms. And the thing about it that I realized is I have to be in an environment where, I'm competitive, because I did that before. I was competitive in the gym one time with a couple of friends and I loved it. So I'm going to do that. But at the same time, I'm learning to do it also by myself because, again, you're born by yourself. So you have to be consistent by yourself. So that's the next transformation you guys are going to see. But again, that's just me giving you my personal tips of how I'm going to be consistent within myself. So it's the same thing with you guys. If you guys have a body goal that you want to do, be consistent at it. If you guys have a diet goal that you're going to happen, be consistent at it. If you want to become healthy, get consistent with it. If you want to do a podcast, get consistent with it. It's the same thing, guys. And again, I pray over you guys every day. I'm hoping and praying that you guys are taking heed in what I'm saying and you're going to be consistent in everything that you're going to venture into. And with that being said, until next time.